What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode with your favorite girl, the Everyday Nigerian. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you for coming to my channel. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more of my videos. And for my former subscribers, thank you for coming back. Just keep this love going. Okay? So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about money saving tips. Are we really saving money the right way? Are you hitting your financial goals? Today, we're going to highlight on personal experiences as well as the strategies to use on saving money. So stay tuned. So we're gonna backtrack into a personal experience of mine with saving money. Now, for some of you that know me personally one-on-one, you know that I am not the best person when it comes to saving. Up until last year, I probably was spending more than I was earning. So it was a problem for me. Now, what I would say is a switch in career contributed to me more or less having some sort of discipline when it comes to saving. Now, what I did in terms of saving was cut back on a lot of things. The strategies I'm going to explain are certain steps, or let's not say drastic steps, okay? But certain steps that I used to save money. Now, this might not apply to everyone. I'm talking based on people that live in Nigeria because for people that live abroad, the taxes and the loans, the student loans that might come into play might not help. These strategies might not help, but I've tailored it a little bit to leave the Nigerian setting. But just apply, excluding the currency, just apply this to your designated country. So let's go. Now, there's certain strategies that I've used in the past to help me tackle my spending. Number one is decrease your expenses and increase your income. How do you decrease your expenses? The things that you know you don't necessarily need in a month, you have to cut back on those. For me, it had to do with going to the coffee shop to go and buy coffee. In Nigeria, I go to two places to get coffee. Number one is Vester Coffee in Victoria Island, and number two is Coffee Club in Lekki. Yes, I used to go to Angelo's in Ibano, and basically those were cutting a lot of money out of my pockets. One serving of coffee rather could cost about almost 2,000 naira. So imagine spending 2K on coffee every single day. Ridiculous. I also have to cut back on my eating out. Now, my current place of work allows us to eat for free. So we have a caterer that comes in and gives us food every day for free. So I don't have packed lunch to work, and I just more or less come back and I eat dinner at home. So I don't necessarily spend a lot of money. Now, this particular strategy would not apply to everyone because for me, I don't have a lot of expenses to pay. What do I mean by that? I live at home. First things first, I live with my parents, so I don't pay rent. And well, my parents got me my car, so I didn't necessarily have to save up to buy a car. I mean, I bought my first car myself, but I didn't have to save up to buy a car this time around. So that expense was not there. So I technically didn't spend my money on a lot of things. I have a lot of expenses that had to do with just frivolous spending, shopping. I spent a lot of money on shopping, things I don't need. I'm an impulse buyer. So I had to decrease my spending and find other avenues for income. Now, if you've watched a couple of my videos, you see that I've explained that I have had multiple sources of income. I have done a phone case business. I have a hair company. I have a catering company. Before then, I think in school I used to sell waist trainers at some point. For those of you that know me personally, I sell waist trainers when they were the in thing then. So yeah, these things I had to do to contribute to my income so I don't have to depend on my 9-to-5 job, so that I have a little bit of spending money. But still, I kind of had spending problem, so it did not apply to me. I still had to find some sort of avenue to decreasing my expenses. But yeah, multiple sources of income are a very good strategy. Like I said, phone case business, do it. If you know how to make hair, start learning how to make hair to make money. If you know how to cut hair for boys, cut hair to make money. If you're a thrifter or you have, old things that you need to sell, retailing is another strategy. If you're good at consulting and you can offer, constructive advice to people and people can pay for it, that's another source of income. I have a video that I've explained all of this in. I'm gonna link it somewhere up here or up here. But yeah, explaining the types of strategies for college students, but it can still apply to adults. So yeah. Number 2, I would say, is track your spending. Now, how do you want to go about this? In another video, again, like y'all need to stop paying me for these videos, okay? In my previous video, I showed, or I linked in the description box below, budget template that I use to track my spending. So the budget template is more or less designated in terms of months, in terms of activities, the necessities you need to spend your money on, and the miscellaneous. Miscellaneous meaning, you want to do your nails, or you want to buy extra makeup, or you want to buy more clothes, stuff like that, yeah. These are your miscellaneous, and that's where it's categorized. Now, this budget template shows how much you spent and how much you are saving at the bottom. Now, why I say I use this budget template is because it's helped me track exactly what I spend my money on. I also tally this with my monthly bank statements. I take my bank statements of the accounts I use the most, and I tally it with my expenses and my receipts so that I know I'm keeping track of everything. So I know that this is the amount of money I spent on eating out. This is what I spent on making my hair. This is what I spent on doing my nails, and so I know where I'm spending money and I can account for every single thing I spent. So tracking your expenses, getting this budget template. Again, for this video, because I like you guys, I'm gonna put it again in the description box so you can download it for free. No bills. I'm giving it to you guys for free. I'll probably start charging in the future, but for now, get it while you can. Number 3 is cutting back on expensive shopping. Online shoppers, people that like to do expensive, grocery shopping. This is for you guys. You know that you spend too much time and too much money on your online shopping. You need to cut that out. It's not necessary. You need to spend money on clothes. My advice is, if you're honestly trying to save, thrift shopping is there, for Christ's sake. Come on. There are thrift stores on Instagram. There are thrift stores on YouTube. There are thrift stores around. There's market. There's Balogun markets. There are places for you to buy clothes from that don't have to have the ASOS tag or the H&M tag or just like the regular tag. My point is, if you're honestly trying to save money, those expensive designer clothes are not necessary. For me, with my own experience, I had to cut back on my expensive shopping. I now wear t-shirts. This is what I wear to work. And maybe like, office pants or jeans or sneakers. Things that I know for a fact are not going to break the bank for me in terms of shopping. I cut back on them. Online shopping is bad. The grocery shopping, if you know that you're trying to save money, going to Spa, no bash. Going to Spa, going to Ibano, and going to which other place? Hub Mart, to do your grocery shopping. You can buy your imported items from there if you necessarily need them. You can buy it from there. But if you're trying to save money, Obalende market is there. Go and buy money. Go and buy food from there. It's a lot cheaper. You don't have to spend so much money on shopping. Grocery shopping is like, come on, save money now, okay? So our next point is finding out what your spending weakness is. Now, if you know that you have a problem with eating out and your major concern is whenever you're hungry, there's no food to eat, what I would recommend for you is when you're doing your grocery shopping, as soon as you're done with your grocery shopping and you come back home, prepare your meal for the week. Now, if, for example, you grocery shop on Sundays, You come back, you meal prep for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You meal prep your snacks. You meal prep your, like let's say, not smoothies, but get your fruits ready for a smoothie. So that whenever you're having a craving in terms of food, all you have to do is go into the fridge, warm up your food, and you're good. See? Easy. If you spend that amount of time making your food, you find out that in a month or 2 months, you've not eaten out. If your friends are calling you saying, they want to go out, you want to go to, want to go to the club or go to a restaurant at Rikeza or a Z's Kitchen or Ilero. Ileros. I don't pronounce it. But yeah, Ileros. Yeah. You can cut back on those things and just sit at home and eat. Trust me, you are saving a lot of money. At least try it for a month. You see the amount of money you spent on, eating out. All those KFC, all those, fast food, Road Chef. It's not necessary, Eat at home, okay? Now, our next point is shopping on sale. This is where thrifting comes into play. Please, you want to save money. Thrift shopping. And I'm not even saying do it every month, but you know that you particularly need something. If you need a skirt, you need a shirt, instead of going to online shop and spend a lot of money, you still pay for the clothes, you will still pay for the shipping, you will still enter Yaba Market or enter one of these, there's a store now. I'm gonna do a review on their outfits actually, because I buy most of my clothes from them now. There's a store now in VI called US Outlets. They sell a lot of American brands for cheap prices. In fact, I'll give you a hack. I go there at the end of the month when I know they've slashed the price by 80% off, so that I'm buying like 10 or 15 outfits for like 10K or 15K. I know. See, I'm not even exaggerating on the amount. Everybody that's close to me that I've taken to this particular store, they have come back. In fact, some of them sneak behind my back to go and shop for. I know one particular person, and he knows himself. He will see this video and will come and be like, "You casted me." But he went behind my back to start shopping from them. I was hurt. I was like, somewhere I introduced you to. They're going to go and shop behind my back. But I save a lot of money when it comes to office clothes, party clothes. I go there to buy all my clothes. It saves me money. I can spend 15K and I'll buy like close to like 10 outfits. Last time I went, I spent like 7K and I bought 8 outfits. I'm not exaggerating. It's no jokes. So thrift shopping, it saves a lot of money. Please do that. Okay, now our final and our last point is saving in small bits. Why I say this is because when you're trying to save, don't save in large quantities. If you save it like 10K a day, like you're gonna go and collect that money in like next 3-4 days. You won't save. If you save in small bits, like let's say you get paid today, you stash away like 4K or 5 or 6K every week. In a month, it's adding up. You try to save as much money, equating to your salary, by the way. You try to save as much money as you're making and just stashing it away. In fact, what I would advise for those of you that have business accounts, this is what I do. I go and save my money in my business account that doesn't have a token, that doesn't have internet banking. Literally, for me to get money out of that account, I have to physically walk to the bank to go and tear out transfer sheets or teller sheet or withdrawal slip to withdraw from that account. Do you know the stress of going to the bank in this Lagos to go and withdraw money? Maybe you want to withdraw 20K, you go and withdraw it. It's stressful, come on. Now this saves a lot of money for me. I end up putting a chunk of amount of money in that account that I forget completely until like, okay, I have money here somewhere. Let me go pick it up. Another thing is that when you're saving and you go back to see the amount of money you're saving, it encourages you to save more. You're like, oh my God, like, wow, you're actually saving a lot of money. Okay, I've reached 50K. Let me work towards 100K. You're ginger to save more money, My advice is, with all of these strategies, when it comes to saving, the main thing is you as an individual have to have some sort of financial discipline. It's not going to be easy. It's as bad as you trying to lose weight. Think of it that way. You have to have some sort of determination. You have to have a goal saying, I don't want to be that kind of person that, doesn't save money. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I want to account for every single thing I'm spending money on. you find out that by the time you're done saving at the end of the year, you're saving close to, let's say, in terms of Nigerian money, you're saving close to maybe 500k, 600k. That's a lot of money for someone that did not even have savings at all. That's a lot of money. My advice to everyone watching this is that you pay close attention to how you're spending money. These tips, if you stick or adhere to it closely, there's no way you're not going to have enough savings to do whatever it is you want to do. Well, people, with this fantastic solid points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that having some sort of financial discipline in terms of saving is good for you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, give it a thumbs up, like my video, and just keep watching. Bye guys.